swing, and there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye!
Deep to right field, ranging back Tatis, all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. Here it comes. And the throw. Not in time. And this one is over.
All I can do right now is put on a brave face and go out there and be their leader.
It's over. We are screwed.
Humm baby. Enjoy this great game.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and welcome to another post-game show. And just when you thought the Cleveland Guardians were actually maybe not that great, maybe the Giants could beat them, they go and pull something like this and totally redeem themselves. 5-4 the final. The Giants could not get it done. They were able to score one run against Class A, but when you're talking about the best closer in the game, there was no way they were going to score another. Came close, but couldn't do it. 5-4 the final score today, and the Giants lose the first series in a while and fail to get even close to 500. Now, not only are we not at 500, we're 3 games below 500 and now have to sweep the Blue Jays in order to get back to 500. The Blue Jays are coming to town after a day off for 3 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at Oracle. The Giants need all 3 of them just to get back to 500. We are screwed, Joe Boyd. So a tough one today. Close game. Hate to lose close games. It would have been really nice to win this game. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Just got outplayed today. I mean, it was a close game, but just couldn't get it done today. The pitching just wasn't great. I mean, Birdsong was all right. I still like Birdsong. It was Sean Jelly, who has been pretty good lately, reverted back to old school Sean Jelly, got hit hard, got hit often. And at that point in time, it was too little too late. Giants had the lead here in this game. It looked like the Giants had this one. A 3-0 lead and then a 3-2 lead. We'll get into how it all happened, but they had that lead for a while until the wheels came off in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it is what it is. The Giants just could not make it up. Finally scored a run in the 9th, but again, too little, too late. It's another loss. It's a tough loss. It's a super chat from Corona Accounting Solution. And they look, at the end of the day, they are who we thought they were. They are who we thought they were. They're the Giants. And I'm a bad feeling that we're just going to hover around 500 all year long, go on a nice run, lose games, go on a nice run, lose games. And it always comes back to me saying, is this a middle of the road team? We got talent. Middle of the road is better than bottom of the road, bottom of the barrel. Okay. I mean, obviously it could be in a worse play. Giants have had some tough teams in the past. So I'm thankful we're not in that position. Remember back in like 05, 06, remember back in 2017, Giants almost lost 100 games. Thankfully, since I started this channel in 2019, we really haven't had a god-awful season. We've always been around 500 or better, but still, I mean, I don't expect us to be the A's, the Angels, the White Sox. I expect us to be in the hunt. And after this loss, Giants fall to 11.5 back in the National League West. The National League West, with the All-Star break coming up, is pretty much out of the question. We can just forget about that. If I could play taps on just that, this would be the day. I'm giving up on the West. Forget the West. It's all about the wild card. And right now, the Giants are 3.5 back of the wild card. We're in competition with the D-backs, the Padres. We're in competition with the Cubs, Reds, Pirates. We're in competition with the Cardinals, the Brewers. We're in competition with the Nationals, the Mets, the Braves, everybody. Everybody. Fire Melvin. Trigger time. This team gets ambushed by Bob Melvin. Oh, we're not feeling Melvin. Corona playoffs. Playoffs? Playoffs? You got to be kidding me. Playoffs? Huh. I just hope we can win a game. But you know what? I mean, credit where credit is due, though. We won 3 series in a row, had a chance for 4 series in a row. Didn't happen. It's critical. It's critical that going into the All-Star break, the Giants win some freaking games against the Blue Jays and the Twins. And that's it. We got 3 against the Jays, 3 against the Twins, and then it's All-Star break time. Now, I got an opportunity to go to the All-Star game, but I want to also cover the draft. So I'm going to definitely be here for the draft on Sunday. Monday, I would like to do round 2 of the draft. I could possibly do it at the hotel or something, but that's kind of not ideal, but possibility or something of that nature. But haven't made my decision on that yet. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But certainly we'll be doing the draft. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also tonight, we're going to find out the reserves for the All-Star team. Excited about that. But yeah, Joe Boyd says the season is over. No chance. We have no chance. I just don't quite agree with that just because the expanded playoffs, but in a traditional non-expanded playoff season, oh yeah, we're playing taps right now. We're playing taps right now, pre-wild card. Even I'd say back in, when there was just one wild card, which is kind of what I prefer. I like 3 division winners and 1 wild card. I think that's just, I know we're never going to have that again because more cities, more teams are in it. I get it. I just think 162 game season, you got to prove yourself to get in the playoffs. The fact that you can get in with a 500 record is just ridiculous. But as a Giants fan, I mean, I don't make the rules. We're going to abide by the rules. And if we got a chance to slip in the playoffs, that would be great. But right now, doesn't look likely. I'll say that. It doesn't look likely. Manny Aviles, isn't there a player named Aviles Jr. in the Astros organization? You know what I'm talking about? The Astros, Aviles Jr. in the Astros organization has got some power. That dude is legit. I know my baseball. Luis Aviles Jr. I don't know if he's still active or what. I thought he was with the Astros. There's my man right there. He looks like he hasn't played this year, so I don't know. He hit 15 bombs last year, 366 at-bats. He's good. I don't know if he got released. It says active. Maybe he's hurt. But, yeah, see, I know my players. I know my prospects. 44 and 47, not acceptable. No wild card for us this season. I mean, I'm not going to give up hope on that. But I wouldn't bet on it. Let's put it that way. Melvin is a bozo. We can get over the hump day on Wednesday. Chapman has been playing brilliant. We gave the series away. We gave it away. We gave him the freaking series. Wisely with another base blunder. Randy Johnson gave up a 3-run homer. That was a killer. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, our version of Randy Johnson? Yeah. Sean Jelly. I wish it was Randy Johnson. I would trade Sean Jelly for Randy Johnson today. No, just kidding. How old is Randy Johnson? He's got to be pushing 60. He is exactly 60 years of age. 60 years of age, Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson. I bet he can still throw that ball, though. I bet he can still get it in there, 80 plus miles per hour. Even Corona Accounting Solution is saying fire Melvin. Oh, okay. I was going to say, you're being sarcastic. I was going to say, when Jason Corona says fire Melvin, I think it's time to fire Melvin. Okay, he's being sarcastic. Fire Melvin because he didn't grab a bat and go up and take control of the game himself. Get real, people. I was about to say, yeah, no, I'm 100% with that. Like Melvin can't go hit. A manager has to be allowed, in my opinion, unless it's just a complete, utter disaster, You got to give him some time. Let him at least finish the season before you even think about firing him. And really a couple years. What's his contract? What's it, 2-year or 3-year contract? 3-year contract. I mean, you're not going to fire him after 1 year. Although I've said this before, and I didn't think they were going to fire, how I forget his name. I guess I'm having memories are being, what's the word when you have some terrible memories and you can't remember because you don't want to remember. Gabe Kapler. I didn't think they were going to fire Gabe Kapler. Thank you, SG Sports content channel. You make some great content. I appreciate that very much. That was tough. Now the Giants have a chance to go out here and win 5 out of 6 on this next homestand. If they do that, we just add 5. That makes 49 wins and 48 losses. You do that, you get above 500 for the All-Star break. We need to win 5 of 6 in this homestand. Well, that's because the front office makes the decisions. I mean, I think the front office is more involved than ever before. It used to be ownership would hire your GM. The GM would sign the players, and the manager would play the players. There'd be a little communication, on how we're going to do this. But for the most part, the manager it's the manager's lineup, the manager's choices. Nowadays, I don't know. I really don't know if Bob Melvin is making the lineup or not. But he did come here. You would think an old school manager like Bob Melvin would not come here unless he could get some control. What are your 5 takeaways from the Giants' 5-4 loss from the Cleveland Guardians from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio, United States of America on July 7th, 2024? What are my thoughts? What are my 5 takeaways? I want Jason Corona's 5 takeaways, but I'll give you my 5 takeaways. Takeaway number 1. Okay, Birdsong is young, but he's good. 5 strikeouts and 4 2/3. I don't think there's any reason to panic over Birdsong. I'm still excited over him. He gave up just 2 runs in 4 2/3. He gave the Giants a chance to win the game. Got in a little bit of trouble. We couldn't quite bail him out. But hey, Birdsong, I like what I saw. He could be a future staple in this rotation. Also, takeaway is the fact that Elliot Ramos, another base hit, another RBI, should be an all-star tonight. Takeaway number 3, Sean Jelly. Okay, he's not a sure thing. I think he's good enough to be on the team. I'm not saying cut him, but Sean Jelly can give up runs and will give up the big fly, and he did today in a critical situation. Our bullpen is not the Cleveland Guardians bullpen in any way. But a 4 takeaway, Ryan Walker is the man. Why aren't we using him in those critical spots? I don't understand our choices. I'm surprised we didn't throw out Luke Jackson today. But Ryan Walker is legit. And takeaway number 5, Michael Conforto. Michael Conforto's the man with that absolutely towering bomb today, deep into the seats. And there you have my 5 takeaways. The bullpen, not the bullpen, just some players in the bullpen. I don't even know why I hate hanging on to people. At some point, yes, I get it. You're not going to sign, I don't know, if we'd have signed Carlos Correa for a 13-year deal and then he sucked, you're not going to cut him. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to pay him for 13 years. But at some point, I get tired of hanging on to guys just because they're under contract, a big league contract, when the minor leaguer is performing better. Are we trying to win games or are we not trying to win games? Sometimes you got to eat the money. I don't normally eat money, but sometimes you just got to do it. Fire Melvin. Let's break this one down. Today's breakdown is brought to you by Joe Boyd. Melvin has made really bad decisions that will cost us making the playoffs. Playoffs? What? Playoffs? Oh my God.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
But yeah, the Giants got the scoring started early in this baseball game, 2nd inning. And it was Michael Conforto with the big fly, it was Michael Conforto with the big fly, making it 2-0 on a towering shot right there. And then in the 3rd inning, the Giants add another on the Ramos base hit. Ramos is amazing. And right there, the Giants had this thing until they didn't. Bottom of the 4th inning, After 3 scoreless innings, shout out to Birdsong for 3 scoreless innings. I mean, that's pretty damn good, but just not good enough. Jose Ramirez, who might be the freaking MVP, and by the way, did like the City Connects, the Cleveland Guardians City Connects. They're all right. I kind of like them to see him in action there. Might need to bump that up a couple spots from where I had them in my ranking. But Jose Ramirez with a ground rule double, Josh Naylor with the base hit, make it 3-1. And then Daniel Schneidman with the double, make it 3-2. But we get out of the jam somehow, some way. And Birdsong picks off Tyler Freeman at first base. So then we move on. And it was the bottom of the 6th when we decide to go ahead. Well, actually, it was the bottom of the 5th that we brought in Jelly. But we kept him in for the 6th. And Sean Jelly gives up the big fly to Bo Naylor to make it 5-3 Guardians. And that is the winning home run. The Giants were able to add 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. Excuse me, the top of the 9th. Too little, too late. And we lose the game. Stop using Jackson. 440 freaking 40. That's a bomb. I've never measured one of my homers at nothing like 440. Although I didn't measure everything I've ever hit. I highly doubt it. Top 5 Mount Rushmore of current Giants players. I don't know if we have 5 that are worthy of a Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore? We're talking about Mount Rushmore. We're not talking about just any mountain. We're talking about Mount Rushmore. Isn't there only, if you're doing Mount Rushmore, don't we do top 4? Isn't by definition Mount Rushmore is 4, right? Not 5, 4. Right? Am I a dumbass? There's only 4. Jefferson, Washington, Roosevelt, and Lincoln. So I'll give you my 4 Mount Rushmores. And I got to start with, well, let's start with Logan Webb, because Logan Webb is clearly going to be there. He is the veteran of this team, and he's the ace of the team. You might even consider Slater because he's been here so long, but just going on skill, I'm going to put Ramos next. Then we're going to go with Lamont Wade Jr., and then we're going to go with Patrick Bailey, or you could also put, if I had a 5th, I would go with the closer, Doval, but since he's not been perfect this season, we'll go with Bailey, Lamont Wade Jr., Elliot Ramos, and Logan Webb. At the moment, obviously we've got some great starters. They got to earn their way onto Mount Rushmore. I'm not going to put Snell just because he won a Cy Young last year with the Padres. You got to do it with this year with the Giants. We did DFA Spencer Howard, did not agree with that move, picked up Colton Ingram, who has almost no MLB experience. Why is he on the active roster? Because they love to make moves. And I don't want to talk shit of the front office. They're smarter than I am, but they love to make moves. And they're just like chess pieces. And that's how that's how we operate this team. They're just like chess pieces. Unless you're getting paid a lot of money, then you're not a chess piece. Then you get to stay permanent. So Luke Jackson's permanent. We have a different one here. Ramos, Luciano, Wisely, and Yastrzemski. What? What are you talking about, man? Yo, man, I'm out, man. Y'all trip. Just playing, man. That's not bad. That's not bad for the current Giants roster because the way they're Luciano, though, I can't put Luciano on there. He's not even in the big leagues. Fire Farhan completely incompetent. I love Luciano, but yeah, I don't know about Fire Farhan, but he's on a leash, as they would say. Thank you again for keeping the streak alive to the great Jason Corona. We're going to have a massive live stream coming up next Sunday, 1 week from today for the draft. Last year was really disappointing. Most years we get thousands of people. Last year we just completely bombed, even though, and all due respect, I mean, I'm happy for some other channels were just killing me. There were thousands of people, and for whatever reason, nobody was showing up here. So this year I went all out. I got 300 prospect videos. I have actually personally scouted over 100 draft prospects. I've driven all around the country. I've completely prepared it. I don't know if it's going to matter. Sometimes I just don't have the charisma, but we're going to do our best on Sunday to compete with some of these guys. I won't mention my name because they're my friends, but we're in competition this Sunday. It's on like Donkey Kong. I don't have the link yet, SG. It's not even going right now. But if you jump into the stream, I can let you jump in for a little bit, but just make sure you jump in on Sunday. Farhan never uses small ball. No, they don't steal. On to next Sunday MLB draft. Forget this game. Why are the Giants going to be frustrated with this awful team? Farhan spent all that cash to create a fourth place team. Analyzing sports. And it's now time for our Blue Ribbon Player of the Game. Thank you to today's sponsor, Blue Ribbon Ice Cream. Delicious ice cream. Now, what were we talking about again? Oh, yes, the player of the game. I would have to go with, honestly, the pitching was pretty good from Walker and Miller. Birdsong looked nice, but I think we got to go with Michael Conforto for the one swing of the bat that without that swing of the bat, we'd have had no chance today. And unfortunately, we wasted the home run. Michael Conforto, player of the game. Thank you guys so much for being here. The team is completely awful. The team is completely awful. Completely awful. I'm just reading the comments. I wouldn't say completely awful, but definitely not great. Thank you to St. Thomas Baseball for following Humm Baby Baseball. You know why they followed me? Because I defended them because they didn't get to play in the NCAA tournament, even though they won their conference because of Division II to Division I reclassification rules. And then someone had tweeted out only 2 teams won their final game of the year, and they didn't. And St. Thomas, they didn't mention them. I was like, actually 3. St. Thomas, don't forget about them. And then they followed me on Twitter, so I do appreciate that. St. Thomas Baseball, appreciate your follow. 5-4 Giants win it. Randy Runolfson with the $4.99 super chat. I do appreciate that so very much because we're just about to roll out of here and just in time with the super. I think that's it. Yeah, for sure, SG. How do I? Where are you at on Twitter? Aren't you on Twitter? I was looking for you just now on Twitter, but I couldn't find you. Kapler managed the bullpen way better than Melvin. Melvin's bullpen management has definitely cost us more than 10 games going for a series win against a postseason contender. You put in Ahmed/Slater. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's telling him what to do what. It's easy to criticize from here. I'm sure if I managed the Giants, we'd probably have an even worse record if I'm being all the way honest with it. I don't, but when you just look at some of the moves, yeah, I don't always understand it myself. Now Bailey did play today, but what's going to happen? Is he going to get a day off tomorrow, or is he going to day off? I mean, when we give him a day off, I don't know why we don't play him at DH. I know it's because Solaire's the DH, but I asked myself, would I rather have Bailey in the lineup or Solaire in the lineup? For me, it's Bailey. It's not even close. It's not even close. So I understand our DH is clearly and should be Solaire. That's why we signed him. But if Patrick Bailey needs a day off from catching, why doesn't he ever DH? Because 270, 342 on base for Solaire, 226, 306 on base. And to be honest, the powers, Soler's going to hit a ball, have a little more power, but actually Bailey, who's a switch hitter, he's got 6 homers and 200 at bats. Soler's got 10 and 283. It ain't that much better. A little bit more pop maybe. But the bottom line is Bailey gets on base a lot more often. Bailey's probably faster. He's a better pure hitter. He's got a better OPS, 754 to 706, better OPS plus, better slugging, better on base, better everything. Maybe I'm a dumbass, but I'd rather have Bailey as a DH than Soler on just any given night. Alejandro Kirk. Ramos, what's going on, everyone? 5'10". But, you know, it is what it is. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. We're going to have a nice day off tomorrow. I have a lot of work to do on my prospects videos. I got to make, I got like hundreds more to do before next Sunday. So I'm going to be working all day tomorrow on that, doing some work on my van. And other than that, though, you guys are awesome. Any truckers in the chat? I just got a CB radio from a van. Any truckers in the chat? We appreciate you. Everything you guys do, if you're out there working, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys and your hard work out there. You guys are all amazing. And I want to say thank you for your hard work, whatever it is you do. Even if it's, you know, something you don't like, it's still important work, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. It's back to work for me. This ain't work. This is fun. I enjoy the post game. Work is the videos and the research and the typing, and that's work. The post game, that ain't work. That's hangout time. So, Kyle Phelps breaks it down nice and simple. Jelly leaves one pitch over the middle, 3-run homer, lost the game. Otherwise, we'd be saying 4th straight series. Cubs, Dodgers, Braves, y'all act like it's the end of the season. Oh, no, not at all. I've said multiple times it's not the end of the season. Now, as far as the division, I don't think that we're going to be a player there. But as far as the wild card, it's not over. It is not even close to over. But we got to do better. We got to do better. Yeah, but series wins are nice. We need some sweeps, too, because the Giants have to make up for some tough stretches earlier this year. That stuff doesn't just go away unless you make it go away. Winning series is nice, but we got to win every series, or we got to get some sweep. We got to just win, win, win. The record tells the story. 44 and 47, 3 games under 500, not good enough. So we're going to have a better second half than first half. We need negative splits. For all y'all runners, you know what that is. We need a better second half than a first half. That's for dang sure. But Kyle Phelps, you are right, and I appreciate the positivity. Sometimes we need positivity. I get a little crazy sometimes. We all get a little crazy sometimes. But at the end of the day, we still got a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. Like 1 in 100, and more like 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance. 100%. Thank you guys so much. If you really wanted me to give you odds right now that the Giants make the playoffs, I don't know what the official Vegas odds, I'll check. If I had to give odds, geez, I'd have to say probably, as a Giants fan, as a homer, I'd say like 40%. If I wasn't a Giants fan, I'd probably say about 20%. I'm going to say 40, so we'll cut it in the middle. 30%. Let's see what it says. Let's see if we can find that on Fangraphs right now. Right now, I said 30%. The actual stats say 24.4%. I was right on the money. 20% if I wasn't a Giants fan. I was right on it. 20% if I wasn't a Giants fan. The odds of the Giants winning the division, 0.6%. You see why I told you it's pretty much done. It's pretty much a wrap. Clinch the bye, 0.4%. Clinch the wild card, 24%. Win the World Series, 1.2%. Oh, gosh. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. Okay, guys. Have a wonderful day. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. Good game, Jacob Frederick. Thank you for jumping in. I do appreciate it. Shout out to the Cleveland Guardians. It was fun here. It was a fun series for sure. Fun to be in Cleveland for a little while. I wasn't there personally, but always enjoy Cleveland Progressive Field. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you again, Jacob, and everyone else. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and check out the great movie Major League if you haven't seen it. There's a red moon rising on the Cuyahoga River, rolling into Cleveland through the lake. There's a red moon rising on the Cuyahoga River, rolling into Cleveland to the lake. Cleveland, city of light, city of magic. Cleveland, city of light, you're calling me. Cleveland, even now I can remember, 'cause the Cuyahoga River, it goes smoking through my dream. Burn on, big river, burn on. Burn on, big river, burn on. Thank y'all, and we'll see ya tomorrow. Actually, Tuesday. Please join me on Sunday for the MLB draft. You won't regret it. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you.
Swing, there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye!
Deep to right field, ranging back Tatis, all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. Here it comes. And the throw. Not in time. And this one is over.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.